Make money working from the comfort of your own home. How many times have you heard that phrase, pitch, advertisement, or whatever? Lots, I'm sure. It is used so much because marketers know that staying home and making money is the fondest dream of millions of people. And why not? Did you know that the majority of fatal heart attacks happen at 9 a.m. Monday morning? It's true. It seems a lot of people would rather die than get back to the old grind after a weekend of freedom. So when someone offers an opportunity or plan for you to take your job and shove it, yet still make enough money to live and pay all your bills, it sounds blissfully irresistible. Of course, bliss and reality are always two different things. Is it really possible to run a business from your own home that is more than your source of part-time income? Can you get rich working out of your own home? Well, for your information, home-based businesses are one of the fastest growing kinds of enterprises in America today. As this is being written, some 40 million Americans are doing at least some form of work out of their homes, and the numbers are rising rapidly. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, as many as 70 million people will be working out of their homes by the year 2005. Government studies have indicated that as much as 75% of all work done in this country could eventually be moved home. The overwhelming majority of home workers, however, are not exactly getting rich. The average work-at-home American earns less than $15,000 per year. That may not be bad as a supplement to a spouse's full-time income, but let's face it, 15 grand in and of itself is not much better than poverty. As master marketer and author Dr. Jeffrey Land said, frankly, I never saw any benefit to staying home and being poor. Land, without so much as a business card, became a work-at-home millionaire, and is a perfect example of what truly can be achieved if we're serious about chucking your day job, staying home, and not settling for peanuts in exchange for your freedom. You can have it all. You can stay home and make as much, and more, money than your current job provides you. In this report, we are going to outline and discuss 5 key rules on how to work at home and make big bucks, no matter where you live. After these 5 rules, we'll talk about the most important aspect of any business, whether it be home-based or a giant factory: cash flow. Starting your own business out of your home is all about attitude and inspiration, but all the attitude in the world won't help you without money. 1. It takes commitment. Is it any secret in America that most people detest their jobs? Study after study proves that most people simply dread going to work Monday morning, and they live for the freedom of the weekend. But even that freedom is not pure because we know that it is only temporary. It makes sense that people hate their jobs. Every day, there is a lot of butt kissing that needs to be done. There are endless meetings which usually accomplish nothing. There are pointless interruptions, a lot of drifting this way and that, and lot of idiot supervisors who do nothing but waste your time and then dog you for not accomplishing your share of work. There are coworkers you hate, and who would stab you in the back in a minute if it meant a raise for them instead of you. When you work for someone else, you live a regimented life. Your body may not want to get up at 7 a.m., but you have to be at work by 8 a.m. so you lurch out of bed with a head full of sleep. People who choose to work at home are doing more than just escaping the yoke of their master. They have made a deep, firm, life-altering decision which says that health, happiness and prosperity depend vitally on their freedom to work for ourselves, and in doing so in the comfort of the home. We want to really emphasize that fact that to be successful in a work-at-home situation, you have to be nothing less than a fanatic, a zealot, who is utterly committed to making work at home not only a successful venture, but a profound commitment for life. You must be convinced that a return to an outside office job would be the equivalent of a spiritual death sentence. Many people hate their office jobs, but they have made an inner compromise with themselves. They have convinced themselves that their job is not so bad, pays the bills, and that they can stick out because they have to. If you want to be truly successful at quitting your day job, there cannot be any room for such compromises in your soul. You have to take the attitude that to work any longer at your hateful job is akin to fouling your inner being with a spiritual cancer that will sicken and kill you. 2. Eliminating the home office mentality. To move our work home, however, does not mean we eliminate every single thing about the traditional American office. Rather, we should select what is useful and what is not. It's a mistake to quit your job and go home with a home office mentality. By this we mean thinking small, and believing that you will automatically sacrifice a decent income in exchange for your freedom. Please, do not think small. To quote Jeffrey Lance again, too many home-based practitioners fail to understand the benefits that accrue because of the professional style they have selected. They focus on the home part of the business rather than the business portion, and as a result are doomed to small incomes. Working at home provides many benefits. We can save a lot of time because you don't need to commute and we have more control over our schedule. We can save a lot of costs because we don't have the overhead requirements of larger businesses. 3. Your international headquarters. The German philosopher Immanuel Kant said that if you sit at home alone at your empty kitchen table, eventually, the whole world will come to you. Well, today you don't need the great mind of a philosopher to make the entire world come into your living room. What you need is a phone jack. We live in a unique time in history. Satellites, fiber optics, integrated circuit and other communications miracles means that you can be just about anywhere in the developed world and establish communication with an phone. The telephone, the fax machine, the computer, the modem, all of these are not only affordable by any middle-class citizen, they are the key to eliminating your need to drive a hectic freeway every day to get to a place of business outside your home. With these devices at our disposal, we should allow ourselves to think globally. Too often, home-based businesses focus on the narrowest market, the neighborhood, the county, the city or state. This is fine if you are providing a local service and are content with a certain moderate level of income. But if you want the big bucks, you should not think small. The purpose of any business is to seek access and seek out every possible market for its products and services, to ascertain whether these markets have the ability to buy these products, services, to determine whether there is sufficient profit in these markets to warrant approaching them, and, once positive assessment has been made, to launch a sustained marketing campaign that gets a significant percentage of this market to purchase the product or service in question. Your home telecommunications machines will not only enable you to do this, but they can also help you overwhelm larger, more cumbersome traditional businesses that are your competition. As a home-based entrepreneur, you will not have all of the disadvantages of our more traditional competitors: no office rent, equipment or expense, no employees to pay salaries and fringe benefits for, no time wasted on meetings, employee problems, paid sick leave, etc. All the money your competitors spend on heating the office and buying furniture could better be spent on the actual marketing itself. As a home-based business, you will be already positioned where the traditional business is currently struggling to move, toward the lowest possible overhead and the greatest possible concentration of dollars on products, service development and product, service marketing, So, a home-based business takes full advantage of three major goals of modern business success. Vastly reduced overhead, easy access to a global market, full advantage of telecommunications. To not have the basic telecommunications toys, computer, modem, fax, and telephones is impossibly stupid. Still, even in this day and age, many of our people strongly resist the one element that is undoubtedly the heart and brain of any successful home business, the computer. The computer is so important, in fact, we have made it a category all itself. And remember, learning to use a modern computer is easier than learning to drive a car, so you have no excuse not to plunge forward, for the computer. You should pay close attention to what computers can do for you in plans to escape your job and make your work-at-home dreams come true. People who want to run a home business usually have a very small staff, in fact, a staff of one, yourself. The rest of your needs are handled by independent contractors, depending on the kind of business you are in and the services you need. To run a serious, truly global home business, a computer is as necessary as oxygen is to life on Earth. Those who try to fool themselves into thinking they will ever make a serious go of their home-based business without a computer are sadly mistaken. Computers give you two primary advantages. They enable you to store large amounts of data and to sort by data fields so that you can easily get the information you need. They enable you to develop a pattern document for every situation you'll ever be in your business. To run a home-based business successfully, you must anticipate just what situation will emerge and prepare accordingly. A business is based on a characteristic series of situations and a characteristic set of things that happen, or that do not happen. You must be prepared with the proper document for each situation. Once you have established all the protocols, and have experienced all the situations associated with your kind of business, the time will come when running business is, in large part, a repetition of certain key tasks. Computers are all about handling repetition swiftly and efficiently. But the computer is much more. Today, by connecting a computer to the phone line with a modem, your machine becomes more than a data storage system and repetitive task handler. It becomes a multitask, multi-level communications processing center that connects you to the globe.